I've been using the Anker SOLIX F3800 with home power panel as my whole home power backup for the past year. I've actually had to use it during a couple of power outages that were weather related, and it definitely held up like a champ. A little while back here on the channel, I actually tested out the entire system and I lived off the backup system for a full day. It was able to power my entire home with all my appliances, and it truly felt like we were totally on grid. Over the past year, I've definitely enjoyed my Anker SOLIX whole home backup system. In this video, I'll be partnering with Anker to take a look at the Anker SOLIX F3800 Plus. Let's go ahead and get started. There are a few things that I really like about the F3800 and the F3800 Plus as a whole home backup system. So the first thing that I like is that this is really designed to be a portable solution. Other systems like a Powerwall, for instance, those systems are made to stay put, and if something really bad happened, you had a terrible natural disaster and you needed to get out of the area, you would have to leave that Powerwall behind. It really wouldn't serve any purpose for you. The F3800 Plus is portable and you can take it with you. The industrial wheels make this very easy to move around with two casters up front and two big wheels in the back. The easy tow handle pops up with the press of a button. You can tip this back and carry this around like a suitcase. I have to admit that the F3800 Plus is pretty heavy, but it does have a secondary handle on the bottom of the unit, and two people can easily carry this around, load this up into the back of a truck, and take it with them. A Powerwall system really only has one use, and that would be whole home backup, but with the F3800 Plus, you can take this to the work site, you can take this on a camping trip, and it really has many other functions than just backing up the power in your home. So I love that portability of the F3800 Plus. The other thing that I really love about the F3800 Plus is just the massive amount of power that it provides. You get up to 6,000 watts of continuous power. This is enough to power up most of the appliances in your home. To test this out, I plugged up the most power hungry appliances in my home all at the same time. So we've got an air fryer, a hot plate, a rice cooker, and I could even brew a cup of coffee while those other appliances were running and still had about 2,000 watts of headroom that I could continue to play with. In case you're wondering, my system with the two F3800s and the home power panel, it's powerful enough to power a central air conditioner, which would definitely come handy during a power outage, especially in the summer. The F3800 Plus offers 3,840 watt hours of power all by itself, but it is expandable up to 53,800 watt hours. This would be enough to power up the typical home for up to 2 weeks. My system is right at 24,000 watt hours. I have a larger than typical home, and it's able to power up my entire home as if I were on the grid for more than a day. The F3800 Plus does feature a few major upgrades, the first being that this can now support up to 3,200 watts of a solar input. The F3800 Plus can be fully charged in about an hour and a half with the full 3,200 watts of solar input. My entire home usually runs at 1.5 to 2 kilowatt hours, so that means that with the 3,200 watts of solar input, I could potentially run my entire home off solar. Another major update here is that the F3800 Plus can now run on a 240 or 120 volt generator via the home power panel port on the side there, and this just gives you more flexibility. It also provides pass-through power. With this setup, you'll be able to power up your 240 volt appliances in your home while you're charging the F3800 Plus with a 240 volt generator. This is huge in case of a major power outage, as you could power up your home through the home power panel and F3800 Plus without having to plug a generator directly into your power box, which is super dangerous. If you already have an F3800 and home power panel and you were looking to pick up a second unit, you'll be glad to know that the F3800 Plus is totally compatible with the F3800. So you can run these both at the same time through your home power panel. This will essentially double your capacity and your power output. A few other things that I really love about my home power panel setup is the fact that this instantly switches over to backup power in case of an outage. So it's 30 milliseconds when you're on the manual backup mode. When the switch takes place, it happens so fast that you may not even notice it's happened. In the application, there is an option for Storm Guard. If storms are forecasted in the area, it will automatically prioritize charging up your batteries. That way they're ready in case of a power outage. You also have the manual backup backup mode option. So if you know that storms are coming, you can manually back those up. It'll charge them at full speed to prepare for the outage. Another really handy feature is the time of use feature. You can set peak and off-peak hours, and this will charge your batteries during the off-peak hours, and then it will use the battery power during peak hours to save you some money on your power bill. The Anker SOLIX F3800 Plus with home power panel is definitely the most accessible whole home power backup. I'll be sure to include links in the description so you can find out more information about the Anker SOLIX F3800 Plus and purchase one for yourself. That about wraps it up for this video. Thanks guys for watching. Be blessed. I'll see you in the next one.